It's the chosen one, Macabre 13, and in this video, I want to build on the secret relationship and connection between spirituality and success. Now, a lot of people that are spiritual or claim to be spiritual, based on my personal observations, I found that a lot of people who claim to be spiritual, they have a very negative perception of materialism. And what they don't realize is this is only due to programming. Somebody told you that it wasn't spiritual to accumulate a large amount of wealth. Somebody told you and programmed you that rich people were evil. Somebody programmed you and told you that to truly be spiritual, you have to give up all of your material attachments and that you have to give up your desires of wanting to have material things. And I think that this is completely false. I think that when you can truly tap into the energy of abundance and prosperity, and when you can truly tap into your power as an unlimited and as an infinite being, there is nothing that you shouldn't be able to have. And I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with having desires to want to be rich, to want to be materially abundant, to want to have nice things, to want to live in luxury. I actually think that luxury is a path to enlightenment more so than poverty and lack, because I don't give a fuck how spiritual you say you are. If you hungry, if you homeless, if you don't have shelter, if you don't have your basic physical requirements met, then it's going to be extremely difficult for you to even tap into the energy of enlightenment, or it's going to be hard for you to access higher realms of consciousness because you're going to be so focused on day-to-day survival. And a lot of people cannot even fathom spiritual concepts because they're focused on surviving. Whereas once you're able to secure your physical life, and once you're able to have all of the things that you need in order to begin to thrive, this is when you're able to tap into higher spiritual realms of consciousness, because you're not focused on the small shit no more. You're not focused on the physical. You already have all of that. And this is why a lot of rich and wealthy people actually invest the most into spirituality, because they understand that, yo, I got all this material shit. There has to be something more for my life to have meaning. Spirituality gives life meaning. To become successful and to become spiritual is very synonymous. I honestly don't think you can become truly successful without being spiritual. Now, where people get caught up is they think that spirituality is morality. And that's not the case. Spirituality deals with energy. Spirituality does not deal with your actions or your behaviors. It just doesn't. It deals with the energy, because take somebody like Harriet Tubman or somebody like Nat Turner. They freed a lot of people and they liberated a lot of people from slavery, but they had to resort to violence and they had to tap into very dark energy in order to manifest freedom for people. So they basically had to kill motherfuckers in order to free motherfuckers. And now on a moral level, somebody else could say, well, you know, they was wrong for killing those people, but it's like they had to do what they had to do. And the energy that was inside of them was being used for a noble cause, even though they had to do things that general society would say is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's very interesting how people try to put spirituality and they try to put consciousness in a box to fit their own ingrained belief systems that has been imposed upon them since birth. To truly free yourself and to truly liberate yourself, that you have to really examine, you have to really contemplate if the belief systems that was given to you are truly benefiting you or if they're limiting you. Because if they're limiting you, then you have to get rid of those beliefs and you have to replace it with a knowing and a new belief system that is more in alignment with what you want to manifest. A lot of people see people that's super rich, that's super successful, and the first energy that they send out is envy, is jealousy, is resentment. And niggas be like, oh man, you know, that nigga sold his fucking soul. He this, he that, he ain't really no gangster. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they project all of this negativity onto success, but deep down within themselves, they wish they had the success and the material wealth that this person has. And this is why, you know, a lot of conscious people, they're not honest with themselves, because a lot of conscious people, they truly want to be rich. They truly want to live in prosperity and abundance, which, by the way, is our natural state. Being fucked up, being in poverty, not having, that is not our natural state. This is not how the fuck we were supposed to be living. We kings and queens, G. We built the most wealthiest nations of all time, just based on the spirituality and based on the knowledge that gave birth to all of these other later day nations who came up and did their thing. But it was us who originally put forth the energy and actually manifested the spiritual reality and the consciousness to birth nations, to birth civilization. So this is spirituality, and your success is determined by how spiritual you are. Now, what people don't understand is that just because you know the literal conscious information does not equate to you being spiritual. Like I said, it's a difference between spirituality and morality. Just because you know about this shit, just because you eat healthy, just because you meditate, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily more spiritual than somebody who might not even be conscious of spiritual knowledge. Because someone who isn't conscious, quote unquote, who doesn't know the terms, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might not know about chakras. They might not know about kundalini. They might not know about the pineal gland. But the energy that they embody is so powerful and so profound that it allows them to manifest things on a great level without having to know any of that left brain information, because information alone will not save you. Information alone cannot transform your life. It's the energy and it's the application and it's the embodiment of spirituality which will actually manifest the results that you want to see. And a lot of people, they just have a very misconstrued concept of what spirituality is. And I like to break things down simple so anybody can understand this shit. Spirituality is your current relationship with the present moment. I'm gonna repeat that. Spirituality is your current relationship with the present moment. And you have to become in tune with yourself. You have to become in tune with how you feel. You have to become in tune with energy. And when you start to feel negative energy, when you start to feel negative thoughts trying to come into your mind, it's just a result of programming, because somebody put that thought into your head. Somebody or something or a situation happened in life that robbed you of your joy. It robbed you of your light. It made you start doubting yourself. It made you start overanalyzing, overthinking everything. And sometimes conscious information can actually hinder spiritual growth. Now, I know niggas probably listen to that like, yo, what the fuck? No, and it's true, because some people become so left-brained with the conscious information that they never actually live it. They research their whole life, but they still find themselves in cycles of resentment, cycles of negativity, cycles of not being truly happy. Whereas the person who doesn't know about conscious information, he can still have fun, and he vibrates at a higher level and at a much more positive level, because he's not overthinking and he's not questioning every little thing like, oh, I can't do this because I'm conscious. I can't, you know what I'm saying, fuck a bitch because I'm conscious. I can't do X, Y, and Z because I have to live up to this conscious box that I've put myself in. Fuck that, man. True spirituality is about freedom. It's about liberation. And it's about not judging everything all the fucking time. It's about letting yourself go. It's about releasing yourself from your ego. And it's about releasing trying to control everything and trying to control the situations that happen in your life too much. Sometimes you have to just go with the flow. Sometimes you have to relax and you have to allow things to come to you instead of you going so hard to try and get it. It's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. So I think that, you know, spirituality is directly connected to success. And I think the more spiritual you are, the more successful you will be. And the only way to truly be successful is to live every day like it's your last, to put your best foot forward, and to vibrate from a place of power, from a place of positivity, from a place of confidence, from a place of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people claim to be conscious. They claim to be God. But why would God doubt himself? God would never doubt himself. God would never overanalyze himself. God simply creates and God simply destroys. God doesn't spend too much time, you know, trying to decide if he's good or not. He's fucking God. You know what I'm saying? So when niggas call themselves God, you have to really understand that. You know, I understand that a lot of people suffer from lack of self-esteem. And so, it feels real good to call yourself a guy. It feels real good to know this information that a lot of people don't know. But until you can truly transform your energy, until you can change the vibrations that you're giving off to people, to the world, and to the universe, your life will never change. It starts internally. It's not about how much knowledge you have. It's about how much energy you have. Always strive to have the best in life. Always strive to be the best, to have the best, and to do the best. We are meant to be gods. We are meant to be kings and queens. We are meant to live in abundance and prosperity. And we are meant to have all the things that we want. Everything is already here. But, all of these systems that have been erected, and it has corrupted our minds into thinking that a monetary value can be placed on things when really everything is fucking free. And when you can free yourself, you can begin to see how everything is free. You can begin to manifest things for free that you thought you needed money for. But see, that's an extremely high level. And I'll say this: a lot of spiritual leaders, a lot of spiritual teachers throughout time, most of them were rich. You know what I'm saying? And this is a common misconception that religion programs people to look at people that's rich as evil. But when you go to India and when you go to certain places, you see that the highest masters, they have big ass temples. They got jewels everywhere. They got motherfucking expensive stones everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They got millions and millions of dollars, because once you reach a level of spiritual enlightenment, you can literally manifest anything with ease. And this is why spirituality is so important. This is why spirituality is essential to becoming successful, and it is essential to living a balanced and fulfilled life. So it's Macabre 13. You know what I'm saying? Success is your birthright. Always know that you are worthy and you deserve to have the best in life. You feel me? So visit my website, www.macabre13.com. Consultations, products, services, music, everything you need to level up. You feel me? Tap in with me. And as always, man, y'all have a beautiful day. Stay up. Love yourself. Peace.